All right, let's get right into it. Welcome to this explainer, built specifically to help you absolutely crush your PPL ground exam. We're skipping all the fluff today, jumping straight into some high-yield definitions and right-of-way rules that examiners absolutely love to test. Let's go. First up, we've got to establish our absolute foundation. What exactly is an aerodrome? Well, by definition, an aerodrome is simply an area of land or water used for the taking off and landing of aircraft. Sounds super basic, right? But establishing this broad boundary is absolutely crucial because we're about to carve this entire space up into very specific zones with very specific rules. It could be a massive international hub or just a tiny grass strip. If it's used for taking off and landing, it's an aerodrome. Okay, so let's see how this builds into our first major subzone, the maneuvering area. The official definition states it's the part of an aerodrome provided for the takeoff and landing of aircraft and for the movement of aircraft on the surface. But here is the critical part for your exam. It strictly excludes any aprons and maintenance areas. You really need to remember that word, excluding. Examiners love, and I mean literally love, to try and trick you by slipping the apron into a multiple choice option for the maneuvering area. Don't fall for it. The maneuvering area is the active zone, period. So if the apron is strictly excluded from the maneuvering area, what exactly is it? Well, the apron is an area specifically used for the purpose of parking, fueling, maintenance, and the loading and unloading of aircraft. Basically, think of the apron as the designated parking lot and service station of the whole aerodrome. This is where the planes just sit still, get their oil checked, get refueled, or load up passengers and cargo before they ever actually move out to fly. Putting these two side by side really helps lock in that mental map. On one side, the maneuvering area is all about action. It's your takeoff, your landing, and your general surface movement. On the flip side, the apron is all about preparation and stationary tasks. Parking, fueling, maintenance, loading, and unloading. Building this clear spatial map in your head is vital because, remember, these are mutually exclusive zones. Confusing the two is a super common trap on the ground exam, but understanding their distinct purposes like this, it makes it pretty much impossible to forget. All right, before we switch gears from spatial maps to the actual rules of the road, I was going to tell you a joke about an airplane, but I figured it would just go over your head. Okay, groan if you must. But honestly, giving your brain a quick 2-second breather and a smile actually helps reset your focus for this next, highly testable section. So let's get back to business. Jokes aside, let's pivot sharply into aviation law. Specifically, Rule 42, right-of-way on the ground. Now that you know exactly what the zones of the aerodrome are actually called, you need to know exactly who yields to whom when you're taxiing around out there. And hey, this isn't just about passing a multiple-choice test. It's fundamentally about keeping metal from scraping metal. And this rule brilliantly illustrates the overarching philosophy of aviation safety. Aviation law lays this out with the gravity it really deserves. It states that, notwithstanding any ATC clearance, it is the duty of the commander of an aircraft to take all possible measures to ensure that his flying machine does not collide with any other aircraft or vehicle. The absolute crucial point here is that air traffic control can give you a clearance to move, sure, but if following that clearance blindly leads you into a collision, the responsibility ultimately falls on you, the commander. ATC clearance never, ever removes your primary duty to look out the window and prevent a crash. You are in charge. To help you prevent those collisions, Rule 42 establishes a strict hierarchy. It's effectively a priority ladder for right-of-way on the ground. Let's build this ladder from the highest priority down to the lowest. At the very top, number 1, aircraft taking off or landing. They have the absolute highest priority. They're moving fast and have the least maneuverability. Number 2, vehicles involved in towing. Just think about the physics here for a second. A tug pulling a massive aircraft is heavy, it's awkward, and it is very hard to stop quickly. So they get the next right of way. Number 3, aircraft. Just a regular aircraft taxiing under its own power. And finally, at the bottom of the ladder, number 4, vehicles. These are your standard maintenance trucks, fuel bowsers, things like that. You really need to memorize this exact order for the exam. Taking off or landing aircraft, towing vehicles, regular aircraft, then regular vehicles. We're wrapping up today's explainer with the absolute golden rule. Safety is the commander's duty. As you prepare to get out there on the maneuvering area for your check ride, ask yourself a serious question. Are you fully prepared to shoulder the ultimate responsibility for your aircraft, regardless of what anyone else on the radio says? Because that is what being pilot in command truly means. If this explainer helped clear up these key ground exam concepts for you, please make sure to like and subscribe for more PPL prep. Keep studying hard, and I'll see you in the next explainer.